Hey, welcome back to day 4 of A Week to Exhale. I'm Amanda Robinson and I've been partnering with Goop and Puma to bring you a 5-day program that is based around movement and mindfulness. I'm wearing pieces from Exhale, Carl Delvine's premium yoga collection she co-created with Puma. For today's workout, we're gonna dive into core and conditioning. We're gonna have a lot of fun, low impact strength training essentially. What you wanna make sure you have is definitely a light or medium set of weights, anywhere from 1 to 10 pounds. Feel free to adjust the weight as needed as we go through the workout, as well as a mat. You ready to do this? Let's go for it. For your warm-up, let's walk your feet hip width distance. Arms are gonna reach out, big contractions to start. Take a stretch over your right and lift. Switch your side, stretch it over to the left and lift. Let's go single counts on those. Big reach and up, up, up. Lengthen and lift. So feeling the contraction of your waistline, let's wake it on up. Good, 4 more for 4 and up. You have 3. Beautiful, breathe 2. Awesome. From there, reaches across the chest. Big pushes, almost like you're trying to high five that opposite wall. So here, I want you to really bend deep into that standing leg. Toe tap with that opposite foot and squeeze the belly into your back body. As you're pushing, you want to extend that arm longer. Good, lengthen. Open that chest. And feel that trunk rotation, twisting side to side. You got this. For 6, 5, beautiful. Last 3, 2, 1. We're gonna march it out. Start to lift the arms, alternating. Right leg up, left leg up. You can add a pull down with your elbows. Maybe take a twister if it feels good. Opposite elbow is gonna stretch towards that opposite knee and feel those low abdominals start to ignite. Now as we work today, I want you to remember, your core is not just your abs. It's everything wrapping around your spine. Front body, back body, and waistline. You got this. 4, 3, 2, 1, breathe. Now that we're warm, we're gonna go ahead and grab your set of weights. Start to work into some training here. We're gonna start it off with a superset. 2 moves, working 2 rounds for back-to-back effort. First round for 1 minute, second round for 45. Move number 1, we're gonna start it off working into a squat and a side knee rotation. You can take the weights, kiss them, walk your feet hip width distance. You're gonna squat, take one leg, turn it in and out and switch. Squat, side knee rotation in and out. Simple, smooth, focusing on stability and control. Move number 2, you're gonna go ahead and work into a roll down march. Weights can go to the side. You're gonna inhale, reach up, exhale, roll down, walk it to a high plank. March your right leg up, left leg up, walk your hands back in and lengthen to the sky. So let's get going with these. Grab your weights, squat to your knee rotation. Feet outside those hips. Rack those weights into your chest. Shoulders roll down, breathe in. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. So you're gonna lower, side high knee left. Down, 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 up, up, up. So you wanna think of external rotation. Knee turns in, turns out, and then plant that foot down, drop into that squat. Now, if you want to add a little more on these, you could reach the arms up on that rotation. Inhale, exhale, elevate. I want you to keep in mind, anytime you send your arms overhead, you're going to spike that heart rate, and we want that heart rate to work. We're fighting for your intervals here. Get deep in the hips, stand up tall and proud. And of course, you're going to start to get a little sweaty. It's all good. Try to embrace it. And of course, the best part with this exhale outfit, as I start to sweat, it's made of dry cell material. So it's gonna absorb that sweat, keep me nice and dry, and keep my skin fresh. Good, 15 seconds here. Gearing up to toss those weights. Get into that roll down to your leg march. In 5, 4, you got it. 3, 2, 1. Weights directly down. Come to the side, reach up, inhale. Exhale, roll it, walk it out to that plank. 2 marches, right leg up, left leg up. Walk it back in, stretch to the sky. I want you to think about mindful breathing here. Draw a big breath in. Exhale as you start to march. And what's important, as you walk to your plank, make sure you stack those shoulders right over your wrists. As you lift the leg, try not to arch your back. You want to squeeze your seat so firm, so solid. And draw the belly into your back body. Tummy in nice and tight. Good, you're doing amazing here. At the top, remember you get recovery. Stretch tall. And this is your first effort. On a scale of 1 to 10, you want your strength and your push to be somewhere around a 7 or an 8. It's challenging, but it is doable. Good, you got this. You're crushing it here. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful job, bring it back in. Grab those weights. Round 2, squat to your knee rotation. This time, 45-second effort. You know what to do, game face on. 3, 2, 1. Drop it low, rotate in and out. Maybe you add that arm to push up nice and high. Breathe, inhale, exhale, hold. Now keep flowing. Things you're thinking about. On that knee rotation, you're gonna feel the hips fire up as well. You gotta remember that your hips are also connected up to your core. It's your lumbar complex from the back to the hips into the pelvis that works into those low abdominals. We wanna feel that heat. We wanna feel that core connectivity. Pull the belly into your back body, roll your shoulders down. You got 8 seconds here, let's go. Get deep, push it high. And you wanna send those hips to the floor. Next, we're going round 2. Your walkout in 3, 2, 1. Toss those weights, walk it out to your march. Let's go, 45 seconds, reach it up, roll it down, walk it out. March, march, bring it back in, and pick it up. And don't be afraid to take it a little faster this round, right? Going for as many reps as possible. And of course, feeling the blood flow. As your heart picks up, you wanna make sure that you feel your mobility. You're pushing out of the floor with power. And that power is instilled inside of you. You got it, you're rocking it, and you stay on top today because you dominate. This is your you time, and I need you to remember why you're here. Getting that movement medicine in, pushing to keep your health in line, your wellness in line. Good, and just taking a little bit of extra execution. Almost out. You got your last 8 seconds. 8, 7, bring it in. 6, 5, rocking it. 4, 3, 2, finish your last one. Recover. All done with those bad boys. Take a moment to breathe here. Superset number 2. We've got 2 moves, 2 rounds. Shorter intervals though. First round we work 45 seconds. Second round we work for 30. Move number 1, feet are going wide to second. Drop it low. You're gonna go for a crunch to the right, reaching down towards that inside ankle. Crunch to the left. Lift it up, and then from there you're gonna take it where you bring your opposite knee and opposite elbow together. So lower right knee and left elbow connect, and then left knee, right elbow connect. So it's crunch for 2, each side, and then twister, lower, twister, lower. Yes, take your time on that one. Move number 2, we drop into a plank. You've got a renegade row, row it up with the right, row it up with the left, 2 plank jacks for 2. You ready to rock these? 45-second effort. Let's go after it. Walk the feet wide to second. Take a big breath in. Exhale, sit the hips low. 3, 2, 1. Take your side crunch. Reach down and lift. Reach down. Then opposite knee and elbow connect. Squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower. Again, reach down and up. Reach down and up. Tuck, lower, tuck. So I want you to keep flowing. Few things you really, really want to zone in onto. As you're in that wide second, you want to drop the hips so they're almost parallel with the floor. Watch your knees don't start to roll in. Keep your knees wrapping back, and as you reach, try to also lift with that opposite elbow so you feel the side body stretch and the side body crunch. Now the crunch is going to be key for activation. We want to, of course, pull into that waistline. And then as you're doing this, because you're holding weights, I want you to watch that upper body. Drop the shoulders, make sure there's no tension going on. Breathe deep because you're finding that mindfulness and you're sustaining it throughout. Next, you're gonna drop into that plank, renegade row for 2. 3, 2, 1, take it down, hit those rows, row it, then 2 jacks, hop it out and out. Now, if you ever need to modify, drop the knees, row up, you can lift up to that plank, toe tap, and then right back down. Few things you have to make sure are happening. When you're doing the renegade rows, your hips, you want them to be perfectly even and in parallel. So as you hit the row, watch you don't start to get lopsided where your hips twist. We want to keep those hips square to the floor. I always like to say when you're doing these, think about your hips being like headlights, just like on a car. You want them to be perfectly parallel and even, and they are guiding your path down towards your mat. Stay dialed into that, stay channeled in, and you got this. 5 seconds, then it's time for round 2, second position crunches into those twisters. 30-second effort. Let's make that magic happen. 3, 2, 1, get it on up. Walk it wide, breathe in, exhale, drop it low. 3, 2, 1, let's flow. Reach. Now option this time to extend that opposite arm up in opposition. Squeeze, down, squeeze, down, lengthen, lengthen. Good, you got this. Stay on top, squeeze, down, squeeze, down. Now, a few things you want to make sure you're paying attention to as well. As your feet are coming to the floor, we got to work against gravity. You don't want to be too heavy. You want to be nice and light and gentle. So make sure you're not slamming that foot down. Lower with control and lift with strength. That strength comes from you, and it's all about everything you can do. Getting into that row. 3, 2, 1. Hit that plank. Let's go. Row it for 2. Jack it. Row it. Row it. Out and in. Out and in. Tummy nice and strong. Good. Abs nice and firm. And then also what? Your backside and your booty is nice and tight. Watch here that you're not dropping the chin into the chest. We're staying proud because I know you're gonna feel that fatigue zone here, but you lean into it. You keep working, you keep fighting, you keep pushing. Last 3, 2, 1. Breathe. So good. Feel free to grab some water. We have a 4 exercise circuit next. I'm going to take you through move by move while you take a recovery period. We're going to be working 45 seconds for all 4 moves 2 times through. First move, you're going to get back down on the ground. You can have your weights off to the side, okay? You're going to take a reverse crunch, roll back, hip raise for 2, crunch raise, sit it up, reach through your legs and lay it back. Crunch raise, sit it up, reach through. Move number 2, you're gonna sweep those legs behind. You've got a bear crawl, tap right and left into a plank walkout. Palms into the shoulders, knees into the hips, tuck the toes, knees hover. So you're gonna go tap, tap, walk it back, back, in. Move number 3, we're getting up on our feet. And you're gonna work it firm and strong. You've got cross squats with a zip. Feet are hip width distance. You're gonna take your opposite hand towards your opposite foot. So squat it down, reach for that opposite foot, zip the legs and switch. Down, zip it up. Now that cross squat, remember you're gonna feel the contraction of the core. Last move, we get on our back. We're going for a glute bridge and then into a sit up. Option to use the weights, right? So we're gonna rack the weights right by your shoulders. Walk your feet in nice and close. Glute bridge, thrust the hips up, lower down. Keeping the hips on the floor, give me a strong sit up. Option to push those weights overhead and return. So we raise it, lower, raise it, and return. You can always do this without weights, just body weight. All right, you ready to rock this? 45-second effort, reverse crunch into that straddle. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Let's go, take it back. Hip raise, sit it up, reach, and return again. Hip raise, sit it up, big reach, and return. So this should feel like a nice little massage on the back when you roll back. As you sit up, good hamstring stretch, and watch your posture. Posture is what? It's all about your purpose and your power. So stack those shoulders right over your hips, lengthen the arms. So you feel the length in the legs as well as the upper body and power in your core. Breathe deep, inhale. And then as you sit up, make that audible exhale. Mindful breathing forever and always. You are more than halfway. You've got 8 seconds here. Then we're gonna flip those legs back, get into those bear crawl taps, and start to conquer. 3, 2, 1. All right, flip those positions. Palms down, knees under the hips, tuck the toes. 3, 2, 1. Opposite hand taps the opposite knee. Connect, connect. Walk it back, back, in, connect, connect. Take it back, back, in. So you really have to make sure your back stays nice and neutral here. No curvature in the spine. You don't want to round the back. You don't want to drop the belly. You want this completely neutral position. One of my old teachers always used to tell me, when you're in a flat back, you should imagine that you could take a tray of tea, balancing it on your back, and you wouldn't fall out. So making sure that you're nice and flat, no curvature, pulling in, pressing out. So many things to always think about, but that's why it's important that you constantly body scan. And that's a part of being a smart person that trains. Having that intuition between your mind, your body, and your soul. Continue to connect it all. All right, getting into move number 3, cross squats with your zips. 3, 2, 1, we're up. We take it down, zip, down, zip. Now, if you're not into the hop, alternate, zipping one foot in. But let's also pay attention to our squat. We want to make sure feet are outside those hips. Your goal is to root into the heels, so wiggle those toes. Sit down as low as you can, and then give yourself that strong thrusters to the top. The thruster is gonna be everything because you squeeze through your backside and you wanna make sure you don't overarch where you're releasing the ribs out. We wanna zip those ribs in tight, just like you zip up a jacket. Stay connected. You're already at the 30-second marker. 15 seconds here, and then we get down for that glute bridge into your strong sit up. Option to grab those weights, and we're gonna rock through that to get to that recovery period. 5, 4, 3, 2, make your way down. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, glute bridge up, lower, sit up, return. Raise those hips, squeeze in your seat. Good. Push it nice and high, bring it down. So in these, there's gonna be a lot happening, right? You're constantly transitioning from one move to the next. But we wanna feel the power in the back body and then also feel the strength emanating from your core. As you lift up, try to make sure that you're pressing your biceps right by your ear. So you don't want those arms flailing around like spaghetti noodles. Stay connected to them and make sure you get that big exhale to help you squeeze through the ribs. Blasting off here, you got this, you're doing amazing. Press. And lengthen up. Big inhale, big exhale. And of course, arms and legs may start to feel like jello. It's all good. Embrace it, rock it, push for it. This powers everything here. Press and down. 3, 2, you got a breather. Take a moment for yourself. Feel free to grab a sip of water. Of course, wipe down that sweat and recharge and re-energize. Cheers to you for crushing it thus far. Big breath in, exhale, release. Let's get back to business, diving into round 2. Reverse crunches for 2 into your straddle, lay it back. 45-second effort, 3, 2, 1. We take those hips up, up, sit up tall, big reach, bring it back. Up, up, sit up tall, reach, bring it back. So the best part, you're on your second round. So you're familiar, your body is primed to the movement, you're mentally checked in, you're physically dialed in, but what is gonna help you level this up? As you're raising those hips, I want you to make that raise even smaller. Focus on the lift from the low abdominals. Try not to use your hands or your upper body. So flip those palms to the sky, and then of course, relax your face. We tend to hold a lot of tension right here in this upper body location. So roll the shoulders down, keep that chest open, keep the breath flowing, and keep that movement on fire. Next, we're gonna go ahead and get into that bear crawl set. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Palms down, knees under the hips, tuck the toes, tap it for 2. Let's go. It's touch. Touch, walk it back, back, in, tap. Tap. Now, if you're feeling good this round and you want to add a little spice, maybe we take it to a hop and pull. Touch, touch, take it back, 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 in. Hop is totally optional. If that's not happening today, work smart, work safe. Continue to build with that progression because we want to build our foundation, and as we get that foundation, we continue to accelerate. We want to make sure we're not stagnant with our movement or our progression. It's always a nice trajectory, taking it to the top today. It's that can't stop, won't stop mentality. 3, 2, 1, crisscross squats. Get up on your feet. 3, 2, 1. Down, zip it. Down, zip it down. Maybe again, you add that releve at the top where those heels hover. If you can do that, cool. If you're not hopping and you want to try that as well, go for it. Down, releve zip, switch legs, down, releve zip. But you have to remember that I need dynamics here. The dynamics come from your range of motion. I always like to say we have levels. Low, medium, and then high. Try to get into that low zone, and as you lift up, power to that high, that top tier, top notch. Why? Because your body deserves it. Your mind, your soul deserves it. You deserve it, right? Treat yourself exactly how you want to be treated, and then remember that your body is your temple. Inhale, exhale, up. Woo. If you can, give yourself a sprint. You got 10 counts here. Down, up, down, up. Good, yes, feeling that heat, that fire. 3, 2, all right, ready, let's get on down. Time to rock and roll. One more time, glute bridge, sit up. 3, 2, 1. Last time for these babies. Thrust it, lower, oh, power up, return, thrust it, lower. Now, as you're going for the thruster, if you want to, take the weights to the hips. A little resistance, and then a strong push. There's always ways you can spice it up. So don't be afraid to add a little balance challenge or maybe a progression. Remember, if you take it, you're not stuck there. Yeah, the booty gets burnt out, it's all good. You can always bring those weights back towards your shoulders. Lift and control the lower. Now remember too that you want to wiggle your toes, press through your heels. That is where we make sure we have the engagement of our hamstrings and our glutes, and then pulling the belly right into that spine. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, you are out. Take those weights to the side, catch your breath. Such an awesome job. Next, we're gonna get into a Tabata set. For our Tabata set, we're doing 2-to-1 efforts. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, and 8 rounds. We're gonna be alternating between 2 different exercises. Option to use weights. If it's not happening, toss the weights, work with body weight. All right, first one, we lay it back. We have scissors. You're gonna extend one leg and the other one in opposition. Literally split it like a scissor. Take your opposite hand, opposite foot, and switch. Scissor reach, scissor reach, scissor reach. You wanna slice those legs through, and then next, you get up from there, flip it over, you've got an X plank. From that high plank, pike the hips up, take your hand towards your opposite shin, and then flatten out. So literally 20-second efforts. They're gonna go by like boom, boom, bang. So try to make them quick, strong, and fierce. You ready to do it? I know you are. Let's go ahead, set it up. Weighted scissors in 4, 3, 2, first round. Let's go. Scissor switch, switch. So you only have 20 seconds here. This is effort 1 out of 4. So remember, fatigue is gonna get real as we get into every single round, but focus on presence, focus on form, and do the best you can for that short push. Stretch. 3, 2, 1, we are already up and out. All right, X planks. Remember, you can use the weight. Working through with that, pike the hips up, opposite hand goes to opposite foot. 3, 2, 1, so pike it up. Take that weight towards that foot, flatten out, switch. Exit as you lower down. So I really want you to think of inverting your hips to the sky and then flattening back to the floor. Press, exhale. Good, so of course heart rate's gonna pick up here. Last one, nice job. All right, first round is done. Back on your back, scissors, round 2, 3, 2, let's go for it. Stretch, stretch, those nice long levers you wanna see. Try to point your toes. It always helps to send some energy into your feet, lengthen through your legs, stretch through your knees, squeeze through that core. Try to take that opposite hand towards the opposite foot as you get off of that opposite shoulder. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, X plank. Flip it on over. Option to use that weight when you're ready. 3, whew. Breathe here. 2, 1. Last off, let's go. Pike and flatten hold. Pike, flatten hold. So you're gonna feel like every round you start to move a little slower, and that's okay. It's all about stabilization, not about the speed of things. Focusing on your form, keeping that presence, and breathing. Last one. Good. Roll it over. Round 3. This is where it gets real. Make it or break it. Either you push a little faster or you just sustain. 3, 2, 1. Scissored out. Press, 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 press. Now, also, how's your neck feeling? Try to keep your eyes looking up and out. That chin is elevated. Good. The waistline is working for you, and you're pushing with power. 2, 1. All right, rock and roll. X plank, third round. You're doing so good. Shake out any tension. Let's get after this. 3, 2, X plank, 20 seconds. Now, when you think about 20 seconds in the grand scheme of your day, you're like, that is not much. We barely have enough time in 24 hours. So make sure in these moments that you are present. You know that you cannot get this moment back, so it needs to be great, just like you are. 3, 2, 1. Okay, final round, both moves. Let's get it going. Lay back. Breathe deep. Conquer. 3, 2, 1. Scissors. Stretch. Just 20 seconds. Try to sprint maybe if you can. Push it. Push it. Reaching those arms longer. Good. Feeling that squeeze through your obliques. And constant breathing. Press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, all right, final round on that X plank. Flip it over. I know you're gonna make this the best one yet. Palms down, legs get long. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Pike it, flatten, pike it, flatten. So really driving your hips high to the sky here. Lift, lift, lift. As you lift, you're doing what? You are scooping out that belly. Carve it out. Press out of your arms. 4, 3, woo, 2. Last one, you are all done. Amazing job. Catch your breath on that set. Staying down on the mat, we're gonna get into a 3 exercise flow that works unilaterally. So we're gonna target all 3 moves on one side and then shift it to the other. So first one we're gonna work into is a stacked hydrant crunch. Weight will be in that right hand, and then your left palm or forearm can rest down. From there, of course, sweep that left leg in front. Right leg is gonna wrap back. Now, as you wrap back, you want your knee, your hip in line, and create a 90-degree angle. You're gonna take this right arm, extend it up, and start to crunch flow with this. Crunch here, push back, squeeze. So you wanna think on the crunch, you're bringing your knee and your elbow together. Essentially what? An oblique crunch. And then on your supporting left side, try not to sink into the shoulder. Push out of it, establish that strong posture, that strong presence. You've got 4, good. 3, keep wrapping that foot back. 2, awesome. Next one, let's find a pulse, knee and elbow together for 8, 7. Remember, at any point, if you need to toss the weights, you toss them. 4, 3, 2, you're gonna stay here. You're gonna shift where you zip up both legs. You are literally only sitting on your left cheek. Your right cheek is not on the floor. We're gonna take that right arm up. We're gonna toe tap and then tabletop crunch. Inhale, exhale. Now your back is gonna work here. So make sure you're pushing out of that left supporting forearm. Squeeze, down, squeeze. Good, you have 4. Crunch, 3, crunch, 2, then we find a pulse. All right, next one, we pulse it there. Option to extend the legs. 8, 7, 6, good. Sit up tall, you got it. 4, 3, 2, awesome. From there, you're gonna lay back. We take a jackknife flow. Start to tuck and lengthen those legs, curling into a ball, stretching to that reverse plank. Squeeze and lengthen. Inhale, big exhale, taking 4 here. Push, 3, then you've got flutter kicks coming. 2, awesome, hold that extension, flutter kick, 1, 2 for 8, 7, straight knees, pointed toes, squeeze your booty, 4, 3, 2, release. You ready to rock that on the other side? I know you are. Sit up, sweep it around. We're starting with that stacked hydrant crunch, taking your weight in your left hand, right forearm down, right leg in front. From there, we wrap that left leg back, create that stacked hydrant, lengthen that left arm, crunch it out. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Knee and elbow connect, stamp to the back wall. So you have to remember here too that you want to push out of that supporting forearm. You're squeezing through your glutes, and you're also gonna feel that heat in the waistline. Now, we know you're sweaty. It's all good. Embrace the sweat. Remember, that's always your trophy for your strength and your entire workout. Crunch, push back 4 more. For 4, then we pulse it out. It's 3. Drop the shoulders from your neckline. 2, awesome, hold it there. Little pulse, knee and elbow come together for 8, 7, 6, then we meet in that tabletop in 4, 3, 2, find that tabletop. Let's tap, it's down and crunch. So this time you're sitting on that right cheek, your left cheek hovers. You are squeezing your legs together. Try to make sure we stay connected with those low abdominals. For 4, good, sit up with that posture. 3, then that pulse is coming. 2, awesome, you ready for that pulse? Let's go, pulse, maybe straighten the legs. 8, 7, 6, good, lengthen. 4, you got it. 3, 2, awesome. All right, let's take jackknives to your flutters. Lay it back. 3, 2, 1. Tuck, tuck. Lengthen out. Tuck, tuck. Lengthen out. Breathe in and exhale. Good, you got the flow. Legs get as straight as you can. At this point, if you ever need to modify, rest that head back. Hands can go into the booty. Make sure you're supporting the small of the back. 4, then we flutter it out. 3, good, you got it. 2, ready, dominate, flutter kicks, legs straight and long for 8, 7, good. If you can, lift off the shoulder blades, lengthen those arms. 4, 3, 2, release. We're gonna rock and roll to a seated position. Weights, let's set them off to the side. Sweep your legs back. We are getting into a 1-minute finisher, alternating between 2 moves, 4 counts in a mountain climber, and then standing up for a march. So your high plank here, you climb that mountain for 4, 3, 2, 1, walk or hop up on your feet, march it. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the last thing you gotta do 1 minute through. You ready to do this? Let's finish it on a strong note. Make your way down. 3, 2, 1. Climb that mountain for 4, 3, 2, 1. Up on your feet. March it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Get quickly back down. Now you could always jog the knees for 4 counts to modify, and then of course walk to stand up. Hit those marches. Watch that posture. Good. Get back down to work. Maybe take it to that sprint if you can, and instead of those marches, option to hop through those. The hop is optional. Remember that this is the last thing that you have to do for this program for today. Whatever it is, I want you to be committed. Commitment is key, and consistency is key to get the job done. You've been crushing it this entire program. Do not sell yourself short now. You level up, you deliver, and you continue to make that magic happen. Halfway. Get up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good, get right back down. Last 12 seconds here. Come on, baby. Deliver. Good, push with that poise and that power. Your last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All done. You made it. How amazing do you feel? Take a moment here to breathe. Nice big breath in through your nose. Big exhale out. We're gonna open up the legs here, okay? So drop it low, push back on the inside of the legs, and then press that right shoulder forward. Take a little sway here, decompress the inner thighs, as well as the hips and your lower back. Swap that stretch. Good, press it forward, sway it out. From there, I want you to just stand up tall. Toes are gonna rotate front, arms are reaching out, big side bend over. Lengthen the waistline. If it feels good, take that palm, flip it to the sky, get deeper into that stretch. Still catching your breath, right? Lift up, switch, inhale, exhale, up and over. When you're ready, take that palm, flip it, get a little deeper. And then we're gonna lift up. We're gonna take a little bit of contractions to release the back. So you're gonna bend the knees, drop the chest, arms reach forward, open up. Make those flow down and lengthen. Chin lifts. 4 and up. Beautiful. 3 and up. Last one. 2. Good. Get to the bottom. Roll it up nice and tall. Arms reach high. Walk your feet in. We're going to take a releve. Pop the heels. Hold. If you can, lift the chin. Breathe in. Exhale. Let it go. Way to rock and roll today. You did such an awesome job. I want you to celebrate your hard work with a sweaty selfie. Be sure to tag us at Goop Puma, and you can tag and follow me at The Amanda Robinson. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back for our final workout tomorrow on Goop's YouTube channel. Make sure you tune in. I'm your coach, Amanda Robinson. Peace out. So much love.